In Chapter 6, starting with Day 1, we are going to be learning about systems of equations. Example 1 is just a review from Algebra 1. You want to solve the system of equations using the elimination method, using multiplication and addition. So if we take a look at letter A, we want to eliminate one of our variables. In order to do that, we need one of our coefficients of our variables to be the same but opposites. We are almost there with the 3y and the 3y, but they're both positive. We need one of them to be negative. So what we can do is multiply one of the equations by -1. So let's just do the top equation. So I'm going to multiply -1 on the top. And that's going to change my first equation to give me -x minus 3y equal to -10. And my bottom equation will stay the same. -2x plus 3y equal to 16. Now if I check, I have a -3y and a positive 3y. Those are opposites. So I can go ahead and add these two equations together. When I add -x and -2x, I get -3x. -3y and positive 3y are going to cancel. And -10 plus 16 will give me 6. Now I need to solve by x, by dividing both sides by -3. So I can divide both sides by -3, and I get an answer that x is equal to -2. Now that I know x is -2, I need to take that -2 and plug it into either one of these equations to get my y value. I'm going to choose to do the top one. Again, you could use the bottom one if you really wanted to. So where the x is, I'm going to replace it with what I got for x, which is -2, plus 3y. So I have x I used as -2, then I still have my plus 3y, and then I need my equals 10. To solve for y, I have to start by adding 2 to both sides. So I'm going to add 2 here, which means I have to add 2 on the right. And I get 3y equal to 12. And then if I divide both sides by 3, I get my answer that y is equal to 4. So I get an answer that x is equal to -2 and y is equal to 4. You can leave it like that, or you can write it as an ordered pair. That ordered pair would be -2, 4. Either way is okay. Now let's take a look at letter B. We have -5x plus 2y equal to 3. -7x minus 5y is equal to 12. I need to get the same but opposites. If I think about -5, there's nothing very nice to multiply it by to get -7. Same with 2, there's nothing really nice to multiply it by to get -5. So this is a case where I have to multiply both the top equation and the bottom equation. The easiest thing that I have found for people to do is just to take the coefficient from the bottom. So I'm going to take this -7 and I'm going to multiply the 7 up here on the top. And then I'm going to take the coefficient from the top, so I'm looking at this -5 right here, or the 5, and I'm going to move the 5 down here. Now the one thing we have to be careful of are our signs. Since I have 2 negatives right now, if I multiply by 2 positive numbers, I'm going to end up with the same sign. So instead, I'm going to do opposite signs, which means one of these, either the 7 or the 5, has to be a negative. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that 7 a negative. Again, you could have used the 5 if you really wanted to. Then if I multiply through, I get 35x minus 14y equal to -21. And on the bottom I have -35x plus 20, not plus, let's get rid of that, minus 25y, and that's equal to 60. Now if I take a look at it, my x's have the same number in front but opposites, so I can go ahead now and add these two together. As I do that, the 35x and -35x will cancel. -14 minus 25 gives us -39y equal to -21 plus 60, which is 39. So my last step here then is to go ahead and divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by -39. And I get y equal to -1. If I know y is equal to -1, now I have to go ahead and solve for x. Remember, I can plug it into either one of these equations. I'm just going to go ahead and do the first one. So I'm going to take negative 5x. Oops. So I have negative 5x plus 2, and I'm going to replace my y value with the y that I have, which is negative 1, and that's equal to 3. Solving for x, I get negative 5x minus 2 equal to 3. Then I need to go ahead and add 2 to both sides, and I get negative 5x equal to 5. And my last step is to divide both sides by negative 5. And I get my answer that x is equal to negative 1. So I have my answer, x is negative 1, y is negative 1, and then just like before, if you want to write it as an ordered pair, it would be the ordered pair negative 1, negative 1. Now what I'd like you to do is take a look at the try this. I'd like you to pause the video for a second, go through the problem, and then check your answer when you're done. If you did the try this correctly, you should get y equal to 0 and x equal to negative 1. If you did not get this, please raise your hand and I will come around and help you.